You know, a lot can happen within a span of a few days. A lot can happen within 24 hours. Some people's life can change in the blink of an eye. If you're tuning in to me to see if I'm going to bash, berate, or belittle Carlee Russell, you can keep moving because I'm not here to do that. Social media is doing enough of that on its own. I will say this as a society, how far are we willing to go? What's really going on with us? Marvin Gaye had a song, "What's Going On?" I don't know exactly what happened. I see the evidence that's being released or what brought her to do that. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. Hell, I'm a media student dropout. So everything you guys see me do is just from years of experience. I don't have a piece of paper behind my name with letters, so I might not know what I'm talking about. All right. But it has to be something going on. And again, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I'm not going to say it's mental health. It could have been just a stupid decision that was made as to where someone's emotions overrode their thought process. I believe it was Bruce Lee that said you got to discipline your mind to become stronger than your emotions. But I want to talk to, and maybe some of the ladies out there, sisters in particular, because I saw that the narrative put out that this is going to make it harder for black women or women of color to be believed because you go missing daily, you get harmed daily, that you're more likely to die on the operating table in the hospital. I got no choice but to take your word for it about the hospital thing, but given the work I do see where there are a lot of women of color, black women, Hispanic women, brown women that go missing, and it just seems to get swept underneath the rug. I get that. But what I'm going to harp on here is if this was a moment to where someone's emotional state due to a bad breakup or trying to regain closure overrode their ability to process a clear thought, somebody chime in and let me know, is the need to feel wanted and loved stronger than logic? Is there something missing there within a lot of people that I don't care what it takes, I'm going to garner some attention because I'm missing something. I don't care what it takes, I'm going to search for that love feeling because I'm missing something. I don't care what it takes, what I got to go through, who I put stress on, who I lied to, what harm I caused. I'm going to get that dopamine feeling of feeling loved, or I'm going to get that feeling of closure from a situation that either A, I'm trying to salvage, or B, that's dissolved. Once again, I'm not judging anybody. This is almost like an open dialect. Somebody let me know something. Evidence is showing so far that this story was orchestrated. Is that punishable by the law? Yes. Falsifying reports, giving false statements to the police. You said there was a missing toddler. There's no evidence of a missing or wandering toddler or anything like that. And then again, and I knew it was going to happen, the mental health narrative was pushed, statements, whatever you want to call it. Again, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, so I'm not going to say she is or she's not. But does that excuse somebody from breaking the law? Does that give you justifications for the actions that took place? And again, as the weeks go by, I'm more than positive. Once the investigators do their job, they're going to do their deep dive, their digging, their questioning as to get to the bottom of it, get to the source, like what was going on. If there was a real issue, did she feel safe enough to go and talk to anybody about this, or did she just react to a bad situation? This is what I always say, is sometimes it's best to have people in your corner who got your six. That way you can go and talk to them before you react and make a pretty bad decision that could affect a lot of people. You never know what someone's going to do. You never know what someone's going through. Am I justifying what she did? Absolutely not. I will say this. In the interest of fairness, see, before we get there, I remember a time when people always say there's selective outrage. I do believe that there's selective outrage, there's selective grace and mercy, as to where people extend grace and mercy to those they want to, or those they can familiarize themselves with. Familiarity breeds contempt. And all honestly, and this is probably going to get some heat, people are going to get mad at me for this, but if we punished one person, more than likely, in the interest of fairness, the same should happen to the other. You guys take care of yourself. Excellence over excuses.